Let's get this party started.
Coverage tight, spotlight on tomorrow. Who you with? Trust, you'll be delighted that you followed. At Phirst Contention, the invention. We debate sports, of course we should mention. What's that? We cover games, we don't play suspensions. We 100, so if your star's missing, we let you know your squad surely gone fishing. We never fish though, no, not our motto. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention.
Oh, we're on? Oh. Hey, Phirst Contention fans. Welcome to another episode of Phirst Contention, your average sports guys, giving you sports news, sports stats, sports statistics, just the way you like it. We got a great show in store for you, and it just might be our last show since the world's supposed to end Friday. We'll have to wait and see. Let's jump right into it. We got our regulars with us. Mr. Steve Davis, how's it going?
What's going on, everybody? Strive higher every day.
Mr. Marvin Banks.
Hola, senors and senoritas. Bariba.
Bariba. And Mr. Ty Sosina. What's going on?
Salutations, everybody.
And the awkward pause. We're gonna jump right into things. We got a whole lot in store, so we're gonna talk about a little bit of NFL. We want to talk MVP. That is most valuable player. Who is the most valuable player in the league and why? Who wants to start things off? Steve, you look like you got something to say.
Well, this is kind of difficult, you know. From your observation, you know, either one of these two guys could be a comeback player of the year and be the MVP. But from my observation, for the person more valuable to his team, I would have to say Adrian Peterson, just because of the quarterback situation that they have in Minnesota. They don't have any wide receivers. Percy Harvin's gone. So basically, they just hand the ball off to Adrian Peterson the majority of the game, and he is carrying them into the playoffs. Plus, he might break Eric Dickerson record, which is, you know, quite possible.
Time's up. But who are those other two guys that you were talking about that could be considered for MVP? Just wondering.
Peyton Manning and Tom Brady.
Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, but you give it to Adrian Peterson. I could see that. I could definitely see that happening. And Ty, who's your MVP?
This is a very hard question. Obviously, Peyton and AP, they headline the list. Obviously, you've got Tom Brady in there as well. But I'm going to have to go with Adrian Peterson. What he's done is unbelievable. He hasn't even approached a year, and he's come back stronger since he's had the surgeries to repair. I mean, everyone knows what's going to happen, and they still can't stop it. The Vikings were a terrible team. If the season ended right now, he's got them as a 6th seed in the playoffs. So I would have to give it to AP. Denver was already a playoff team before Peyton Manning.
I wonder what type of shots he got during rehab. Banks, who's your MVP?
I'm going to have to make this a clean sweep. I'm going to have to go with Adrian Peterson as well. I think this is probably the most difficult thing I can say, coming from me hating everything orange and blue and hating everything purple and gold. I think that AP has come back stronger and better. A stat for everyone to look at one point in time, Adrian Peterson has outrushed Christian Ponder's throwing yards. Let's put that in perspective for a little bit. You know, so I would definitely have to go with AP right now.
Oh, wow. This must be a first for Phirst Contention. This is a historic moment, folks. We have a clean sweep, and everyone agrees. No argument anywhere to be seen. Adrian Peterson is the league MVP. Amazing. Believe it or not, right here, first on Phirst Contention. All right, we're going to keep it moving. Let's talk NBA. Who's the best team? I'm going to throw out there my Bulls, even though I'm not supposed to, but I'll let you guys decide who the best team is. Who do you guys think the best team is? cohesive team, which means that if they lost a player, they would still be a good team. Steve, we'll give you the first word.
I know you guys think I might say what you think I might say, but I'm not dumb. My basketball eyes tell me something different. And the team that's playing great, even though they lost a key player this year, is Oklahoma City Thunder. You know, they're coming off a great season last year, and Kevin Durant is having a fabulous year. Has the highest numbers he's put up. The team is playing well with Kevin Martin coming off the bench, and they're rolling. They're rolling. So I'm gonna give them the nod as the best team in the NBA right now.
I can accept that. I'm glad you didn't say the Knicks. Ty, who do you got? Who's the best team in the NBA right now?
Call it a cop-out if you want, but I'm gonna, believe it or not, I'm gonna say the Knicks. I mean,
What?
I put a lot of stock into that last thing you said, Josh. Who's doing well, even though they're missing a very important player in Melo. You know, they've been playing very, very well. I know they just lost to the Rockets, but this isn't even counting Amari Stoudemire. Yes, him and Melo don't work on the court together, but they're saying that Stoudemire doesn't mind being a six-man off the bench. He's getting old in age. At this point, he just wants to win. I don't think it's about numbers for him, so I don't think he's going to need as much shine as he's needed inside the past. I'm going with New York Knicks.
Okay. I'll respect it.
I respect it too, my brother.
I know you would.
Last but not least, Banks, who do you got? Who's the best team in NBA?
I can't believe what I just heard from Ty. I'm very disappointed in
Man,
you.
you worse than Charles Barkley. You a Knicks hater.
As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Everyone's going to probably pick OKC, and a lot of people are going to probably pick the Knicks. But I'm going to go to the best team in LA right now. I'm going to the LA Clippers.
It's
Best
true.
point guard in the NBA. The deepest team in the NBA.
Respect.
That team can get up and down the court. You have the highlight reel of Blake Griffin and also DeAndre Jordan. You have Chris Paul orchestrating everything, and they're riding a 12-game winning streak. I'm going to go with CP3Z
LA Clippers.
and Billy Crystal and the LA Clippers.
Okay.
Lob City.
Not to mention they have all the commercials. I don't think I've seen another team with as many players doing commercials on TV. They got all the endorsements right now.
So in the beginning of the season, I said the Knicks and the Clippers have the potential to be one of the best teams in the NBA and may potentially be in the NBA Finals in the next couple of years. And I get mocked for it. And you two guys get on the show and you say the Knicks and the Clippers. What? I must be a genius.
Yeah, but you
Hold up. Order.
but you also picked the Chiefs to win the AFC West. Next question, please.
True.
Next question, please.
All right. Last question. This week we got a lot of big games. Bulls, Knicks, big game. NFL, NBA. What do you think is going to be the most exciting, biggest game, most anticipated game this weekend? Banks, we'll go right back to you. What do you got?
This is a game of redemption. The Giants versus the Ravens. Both of these teams got smacked, killed, obliterated, annihilated, demolished, destroyed, humiliated, castrated, whatever adjective you want to use. They got bum rushed by their opponents this past weekend, by the Broncos and also by the Falcons. I think you need momentum, especially for each one of these teams. They have not secured their playoffs yet. So the Giants can be out of it and the Ravens can be out of it. So this is a
great
redemption.
choice. Great choices. Giants-Ravens game. Going to be a big game. Steve, who do you got?
Both of them fools going to be sitting at home watching playoffs by the end of this season. But the biggest game coming up this weekend is going to have to be San Francisco versus Seattle. Both of these teams are on a hot streak right now in the same division. Could be a potential another matchup for each other in the playoffs. And a lot of people are sleeping on Seattle. Sleepers in Seattle. These guys are legit. Russell Wilson, he's like one of those guys you really don't really talk about as a rookie quarterback being in a potential for Rookie of the Year. The guy's having a great year. And they could potentially make it to the Super Bowl if somebody slips up in the playoffs. So this is going to be a great game.
Okay. And Ty, who do you got? Biggest game.
I'm going to agree with Steve here, but I would disagree. I don't think people have been sleeping on Seattle. You talk about teams that heat up as they get into the playoffs. I think the hottest team in the league right now has to be the Seahawks. They scored 50 points in their last 2 games. They're waxing people. While they had the most infamous replacement game this season, that one win could determine who wins the West this year. And obviously, San Francisco's been playing well. You got Kaepernick in there instead of Smith, and so especially coming off of what they did against the Patriots. So it's going to be a great Sunday night football game, prime time.
Clearly, I have no NBA fans here. None. But it's okay.
I'm rooting for Seattle to win so Green Bay can get this number 2 seed.
Honestly, nothing in the NBA matters right now. Let's just wait a little bit. We got time.
This matters. Bulls-Knicks matters. It's going to be a statement game.
For the Knicks?
No. Bulls. And
that's the same thing they said in the Bears territory, right? And on this note, this has been another contention, first contention right here.
I'm supposed to say that.
That's why you don't host the show, Marv. Quiet. Zip it.
And that's all we got. This may be our last show, folks. We hope the world doesn't end, but if it does, we thank you for being a great First Contention fans. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Kevin Hart on Friday.
Let me explain. Okay, wait a second. Let me explain. So the way that my bank card is set up is that I got a checking and I got a savings. Okay. All right.
Hey, Josh, how you spell long?
Ride with First Contention, that's full throttle in. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention. First Contention. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention. Game face grit, like born for playoffs. Say it all in small time like payoffs.